Hi everyone, it's Kai again, here with a new short little video about perches. I have my own perch here. I'm not sure if I've really talked about this or not, but this is a bow perch. In case you didn't know, if you're unfamiliar with falconry, you keep hawks on this. I'm sorry about the fly that's flying around. You might see him. Just ignore it. So we keep hawks on these bow perches, and as the name suggests, is the shape of a bow. And there's the bottom. Yes, it's on a pillow. There's a bar right here, and there's the ring. So the hawks stay on these bow perches. I got this bow perch. Yes, it's taped, but there's a reason. That's to keep it secure. It doesn't hurt the bird or anything. This has been like this for years. It is fine. And then this is a rope that we wrapped and secured on it. This one was made by my high school, and then I added the rope, and I gave them all the parts for it. So I gave them metal, and they just welded it together for me. I can't weld, but if you can weld at home and you have a metal bender, it was made by high school students, so basically anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. Oh, that fly. He landed right in front of the camera. That thing has a death wish, let me tell you. So we keep hawks on these. That's your introduction to the bow perch. There is another perch. It's a block perch. That's mostly for falcons because their feet are different. That's the reasoning, which is just a flat, like, block. I'm terrible. They're like probably about that big, depending on how big your bird is. It's just like a little circular perch they sit on or stand on, and they hang out up there, and they all have like a little ring. This is where you tie your line to make sure they're secured, also known as your leash. This is where you put your tether or your leash or whatever you want to call it on there. I think I have some. Let me go see if I have some. Okay, we're back. I do. This is for a red-tailed hawk, so it's big and thick and made of Kevlar, because I had birds that like to chew. And if you do, some of them can actually bite straight through Kevlar and rip through it, but you know, my bird didn't. And this is a full set of dresses and anklets this is from my previous bird. That will come all the way up. So you can see the anklet there. It's cut, obviously, but went like that around the leg. Whoop. And then attached to the dress. And this attaches to your swivel. This is a bell swivel because I specifically ordered a bell swivel. Normally you don't use a bell swivel, you use like a regular rounded swivel. I'm just weird and I like them. So they go through here. Ha. Ha. Here. Arrgh. It's been forever. Anyway, we are going to do this the long way. Mostly because I have to take this apart because I forgot to before. And I don't want it cemented together, because that would be bad. That would be really not fun. So you push it through, you put it through the hole again, and then you push this up and you through. I don't know how much much that made sense. But there's your swivel. And normally you're doing this with one hand. I just do it with two because, you know, filming. So there's that roughly. These are really, really thick jesses too. Like, there's my finger, there's the jess. Because again, I have birds that like to rip and tear and destroy stuff. And I also have a blue set that came with this that was made by my good friend in Falconry. She is wonderful, by the way. Thank you. Thank you for making me these. Yes, this is handmade. So she made it all. She's great, by the way. Support your falconry friends. They'll hand make you stuff for a lot cheaper than some of the stores. So then, I'm going to take this, because this is a loop. I have a weird leash. Some leashes are not looped like this. Some of them are. I just have that set up because I like it. You take this end, and you put it through that, and then you pull it tight. So normally I keep this attached permanently. So this is always attached to the bell swivel. It just makes it easier on me. And we take that. I know, we're far away. It's okay though. I'm gonna pass it through. Under. Over. Oh, crap. I'll redo it. Under, over, back, through. Then you get your loop right there. You take your string, your extra string, and you go through the loop. And you pull it tight. And there you go. There's your setup. So your bird would be attached, you know, here. So your bird's standing, and he can go. He can go wherever. So to take that out, you pull this. So you pretend you have your bird. Caw-caw. And then you pull that, you're free. So normally you do that all one-handed, so it's just kind of fast and one-handed. Frickin', it's harder now that I haven't done it for a few months. Anyway, there's that. And some people double secure it. Some people don't. Normally I don't because my birds are not that smart. If you have like a goshawk or something, probably do. They tend to be a little bit more brainy than some. Yeah, goshawks are freaking weird, honestly. Their behavior pattern is odd in general. I'd say it's like a bird if they were like a person on meth. Can I say that? I don't know if I can say that, but I can say that because I'm not monetized, so it's fine. It's like a bird that's on a little something, you know? They're kind of crazy. I'm gonna put that there, so there you go. Your leash set up. Swivel of any type. This one's huge. It's probably like, oh, as big as my palm. So this one's like an extra large or something. It's big. It's meant for red tails. You can use it for a Harris, but you really don't need it for that small of a hawk. Let's be real. This thing's like 4 inches to 5 inches long. You're not gonna need that for a Harris hawk, probably. Probably a size down, so like a 3-inch. Something like that. Yeah, it's meant for like great horned owls and red tails and big birds. Big birds. The size up from this is meant for eagles, if that gives you any idea of how big this thing is. The main idea is because we get massive red tails here that are upwards of 1,300 to 1,400 grams, and they are ridiculously large. So mine was, she was 1,300 grams when I caught her. Robin was. By the end, she was flying at like 9 something. I don't know. Something like that. I didn't pay attention. It's been months since I've had her, so. Yep, that's your basic setup for one of these guys. A block perch is going to be similar. It's going to have like a stake, similar metal, that goes into the ground or twists into the ground, whichever one you end up getting, or sits on the ground, like on its own platform. It's like weighted. So there's those, but they have the ring around the bottom. And it can't raise up over the top of the platform, which is wider, so you kind of get the idea there. Yeah. So there's that. So this one's made out of, I think, like 2-inch steel pipe, rebar for the bottom, which I kind of lift up. Ugh. So that one's rebar because it's cheap. These are like 2-inch or 1-inch steel pipes or something. No, actually, it's 3/4. Never mind, I lied. But make it bigger. And usually what people do is they'll seal one end, they'll fill it with concrete, and then seal the other end, which is what you should do. I should have done, because my bird, this thing is pretty heavy. She could drag it around her mew with ease. And this was a small red tail. So you're going to need something heavier. Or staking it down. That's what I ended up doing. I ended up taking U-stakes and going with a mallet right into the ground over this bar here. And then I have solid steel here. It's probably about the same thickness as the rebar, same weight. And then this, which is like a 5-inch diameter ring, maybe 4, I don't know. I don't remember. 5 or 6-inch diameter. And it's steel, so heavy duty, it's not lightweight. Ugh, not in the slightest. That thing with a bird on it is very heavy. And this is also steel, so it's not like light or anything. Anyway, hopefully that helped you learn a little bit about perches and how the bird is secured to the perch with your stuff. Set up jesses, anklets, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but anklets. Normally on the bird they're like this, so they're loose, and then this just kind of hangs out. Yeah, you pass the jess through the anklet like that. So normally they're not attached to your bird constantly. Your bird doesn't constantly have these on when you're flying. Like when you're flying, you take these out. So it's just flying with these. That way you don't get caught on sticks and branches and stuff. But I digress. That is a little bit about how they are kept and put on perches. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to put this away and move on to the next item. I'll see you guys another time.